Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Do, 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 do. Welcome back to the Practical Woodsman. I'm Rudd, creator and host of the Practical Woodsman. That's right. It's my incredible genius that brought this all into existence. Scientists and philosophers everywhere studying my noggin, try to figure out how it works and harness its powers. It'd be nice to be able to take a shower anywhere you go. Have the privacy of a nice private shower. That would be nice. I think I've got a solution for that. We're going to talk about that today. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. We've got to do the musical introduction to get us all in the mood. Winkety winkety. Stay here. Put a camp up right here.
We boys have got it pretty easy. If we got to go to the bathroom, we just slinker up into the woods somewhere and we go. This is if we're on a road trip, if we get caught in a snowstorm while we're driving. In fact, we can go up in the woods. We just crack the door open or just go right out the window. But, you know, if you got family and stuff like that, kids, they tend to like their privacy. Remember, I went to on a big group camping trip last year, and nobody wanted to use the campground's commodes because they were pretty nasty. You know, you never know what's going to jump up and bite you when you sit down on one of those really nasty toilet seats at a campground. So I've been thinking about that ever since. Been thinking, you know, for the end of the world or for a road trip or for emergencies or for camping, how hard would it be to put together my very own complete shower and bathroom system with privacy and everything? And I've done it. I want to share it with y'all so that maybe I can give you some ideas. Everything you need fits into this. I know that looks huge in the camera, but it's not that big. It's not that big at all. Everything you need fits in here. Now, I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to set you up and show you these different systems. I've got a commode, I've got a privacy room, a portable room, and I've got 3 different shower systems. And I'm going to go through these 3 different shower systems with you and show you the one that I prefer. One of them was absolutely not that great, but you might see it on the market and you might think, well, I'm going to invest in that, and this will give you a reason not to. There's a few things I don't show off in the video that's to follow my little introduction here. And so I want to show those items off to you. I've got them here in my portable bathroom bag. These are things you're going to need that you don't see in today's video. So let's go over them real quick. You're going to need toilet paper. This is like a rubberized silicone sandwich bag. And what I do is I put paper towels in there. Now, paper towels are better than toilet paper when you're outdoors. Even if you're just pulled off to the side of the road and you've taken this up into the woods and set up a little place to go do your business, you're going to be outside. Might be hot, might be cold, might be summer, might be winter, you never know. But what I've learned is that paper towels endure the rigors of the outdoors a lot better. Think about it if it's, 80% humidity outside. Toilet paper will rip right through, you're going to be sweaty and stuff like that. So paper towels are just a lot more dependable. Whatever you prefer, make sure that you pack along toilet paper in your road kit for this emergency bathroom shower privacy area. Another thing is you're going to need bags, disposable bags for your commode. All right, got a whole roll here. I got several rolls of these. Another thing is, and this is not absolutely necessary, but I have invested in these powders that you simply open and you pour them down into your junk. So after you've gone number 1 or number 2, you open this up. It smells like laundry detergent. And it looks like laundry detergent too. But what it does is it gelifies. Is that a word? It turns all your stuff into gel. So it's not just this soupy mess down there. It kind of solidifies it into a gel. Makes it easier. Definitely makes things smell better. So I've invested in a bunch of those. You will see one of these later on in today's video. One other thing. These are good for the road. These become popular, I think, during the pandemic back in 2020. And what they are is they're just little emergency pee things, you know, like again, me and most of my friends, most of my guy friends, if we got to pee, we just pee outside, or at the very worst, you know, if we're in civilization, I'll try to find like an empty pop bottle in my truck and pee in the pop bottle. It's very convenient being a boy sometimes. But these bags, they have that gel stuff already in them in the form of like a paper towel. So you see in there, and this is made like to cup your crotch area for boys and girls. And so you can even in a car, if you're stuck in traffic, you could get by peeing in one of these and maintain your privacy. I'll show you how this works here. Imagine this is me, and I really got to pee, and imagine this is what I'm peeing into. We'll pour that in there, and it'll take quite a bit, and it just does the same thing. It absorbs all that, and it turns it into like a gel. You see that down there? Now, as that sits in there, that will begin to gel up and solidify. And it's got like a Ziploc seal up here at the top. So you kind of get all the air out of that, seal that, and then you can dispose of that at the first dumpster you come to. All right, so that's already turned into a gel. Wish you could feel that. You see, that's not just sloshing around in there anymore. That's already turned into like a gelatin inside. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking end of the world. This is like a kit that you would take with you on the road. Be great when you go camping. If nobody wants to use the campgrounds, you know, bathrooms that 9 million other people are sharing. You got kids, you got family. Let's say that you have an event over at your house. You got a picnic or something, and you don't want everybody going in and outside of your house. Well, this system right here would be perfect for an outdoor bathroom for an event like that. Very, very simple to set up. I mean, 2 minutes, you can have this whole thing set up and ready to go. So you have your privacy to use the bathroom, number one or number two. And better yet, with one of these systems, you can take a shower. You don't have to depend on the campground. You don't have to depend on finding some place to shower or just wiping off with baby wipes. With this system, you can literally take a shower in full privacy almost anywhere. It's all portable. And so some of the scenarios I was thinking, I was like, end of the world. Your house is burned down. Society there's a lot of unrest. You're bouncing from place to place. You don't know where you're going to be spending. Half the time you're spinning it off the side of the road. This system would certainly work for that. Camping worked wonderfully for that. For me, it was going to this campground, and I was just like, man, even men have to go find a place to do number two, and that requires a little bit more work, a little bit more privacy, and even men don't like sitting on some of those commodes that you find at campgrounds or rest areas and stuff like that. So it's nice to have your own private place, portable, follows you around. You can use it anywhere. So definitely that was on my mind when I put this together. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to take you outside with me. We're going to set these up. I'm going to show them off in great detail. I hope you enjoy this exclusive video of the Practical Woodsman.
Gotta watch out for the dog poo. Dog loafs. It looks like laundry detergent is what it looks like. Laundry detergent, and makes your pee thicken up. Makes your pee smell good. That's amazing how that gels that up. That was just water I put in there, but it feels solid.
It's nice and very compact. And that, you know, everything seals. It works very well. And, you know, this bucket combo is real nice, too. It holds a lot of water. You know, the only drawback from that is that you've always got to have a charge for that to work. You always got to have a charge. So, let's try something else out. This requires no battery. It works on air pressure. So even though it doesn't, you know, collapse down like that other bucket does, I think this is actually a better solution. You don't need electricity. It'll just work forever. Let's put some water in it. Now there's something better about this than using that collapsible bucket system. And the beautiful thing about this is that you can set this whole unit out in the sun and let it heat up so that you have a hot shower rather than a cold shower. You know, that other one only offers a cold shower. So let's do that just to show it off. All right, we're gonna pretend like this has been out in the sun for a while. And now we're ready to climb in there and take our shower. You know, it works just like a super soaker. It's got different types of sprays. Plenty enough pressure there to wash your hair, wash your body. So easy to take this inside with you. Do your showering. All right, I've got one more to show off here. I have never tried this one before, but this is kind of a combination between the other two that we were showing off. Between the one that's completely collapsible, but
requires batteries. And then we showed off the one that works off air pressure, right? But the problem with that is it doesn't collapse down like the other one does. And so you've got that bulk that you're carrying, which I don't mind, but some people might. So here's kind of a hybrid of the two systems. This comes with a collapsible bucket, but it also comes with a battery powered pump. And I've never tried this out, so let's try this out together. What do you say? Nice little collapsed setup there. There's your pump and your battery. There's your shower head. Some other pieces. And two tubes that come out the side there. Pull that out of that cover. And there's our bucket. I'm just gonna toss some things out of the way here. Yeah, there's your handle at the top. See, this whole thing collapses into this bottom here. And that bottom then nestles everything. Look at that. Got a net on the side so you can put your soap and whatever. All right, let's go fill this thing up with water, and then we'll connect the hose and everything and see how this pump works. Oh, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. Huh. Oh, that's 20 liters. 20-liter container right there. All right, well, let's go try her out. Hook her up to the pump and all that. Looks like that goes to our pump. It's like a filter. I don't want the filter. There's the pump and the battery. So I think that just hooks up to the bottom and power on right there. Intensify and turn down. There, yeah, let's try that. Yeah. That's where it goes together. The power on, turn up, turn down. So I'm just going to connect this.
I'll tell you that that has a USB port right there for recharge, wide open to the water and everything. So that's definitely a design flaw right there. But let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, it's on. Turn that up. See what happens. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Takes a little while for that pump to get going. All right, so great idea, terrible execution. I'll stick it with that right there. Look at that. Now it's deciding to work. After I've all but given up on it. That's not very powerful stream, that's for sure. Okay, so anyway, that's trash. It's trash. Feels like it's about 100 degrees outside. I could probably use a shower. Anyway, so there's the setup right there. That packs down really nice into nothing, you know. That little privacy toilet shower thing. Wonderful. I like that. I like this toilet seat that I've chosen because it folds up real easy, and it's like a regular sitting height. It doesn't take any tools or any fiddling around with the daggum thing to get it to set up. So, you know, you can set it up very easy. Same thing with that little privacy shelter. Pops right up. It's ready to go. Now you can put stakes in the corners there to keep the wind from blowing that away. Floorless. That's excellent because you can shower in there, you can change in there, you can do whatever you want to do in there. And then the thing is the shower. Now I like the one that we showed off that doesn't require no batteries or anything like that. You just pump air into it and then you're ready to go. Of course, a lot of people might be thinking about like constant water for their shower like you get at home. That's not the way I picture it. The way I picture it is getting in there, spraying yourself down, getting a little bit wet, putting the shampoo in, putting the soap on, and then picking it back up, spraying the soap off. So you don't have a constant stream of water. That's why this air pressure tank, I think, is perfect for that. Easy, dependable, doesn't require any batteries. I think it's a wonderful deal right there. Holds plenty of water. Got a really nice reservoir tank. This is a big no-go. It's going in the trash. All right, and the other one we tried out is the bucket, the collapsible bucket there. Actually quite fond of that, and here's the pump that goes along with that. That worked out really nice. And you know, the drawback is you need the bucket. You need to be able to recharge this thing. It's USB-C rechargeable. That worked out really well. That system did. But again, I think I'm sticking with the air pressure pump. That seemed to work out best for me. There you go. All right, so I started messing around with this thing again. Got this battery working, and you know, I think the thing works better when you hang it up. But what this battery does right here is it inflates this with air. And when you get so much PSI inside that bag, then it starts to work. Looks like it's got 1.7 PSI there. Let's turn that on. You hear the air going into the tank. There you go. Finally figured out how to make that thing work. But it's noisy, it's annoying. It's just not worth the trouble, I don't think. It's a lot of trouble. That thing's really full of air right now. Tuck that right there. Yeah, so I mean, it's an option, but it's just more trouble than it's worth. That definitely is not as good as that one that doesn't take any batteries or anything like that. So it's an option, and the thing here on the side is temperature reading. So you could set that out in the sun and get a temperature reading for how warm the water is. Comfort zone here, just like a baby's thermometer. And anyway, I'll probably end up in the trash for me, to be honest with you. It's just too much trouble. Got too many things going on to make it work. And it don't work as well as those other two. All right. Whoa. All right.